Hi, this is Giovanni Martin. I'm here today to present my market segmentation project for BUS312, and the topic I chose is the automobile industry. So I went ahead and created a Google Slides, and I just wanted to create a video in order to walk through them with you. So, what is the automobile industry? Well, it comprises a wide range of companies and organizations involved in the design, development, manufacturing, and selling of motor vehicles. This industry was the fifth largest economic sector in the world with a revenue of about 3.1 billion. And some key statistics that I just wanted to include were by 2020, it is projected that the international car sales will be 60 million units. And in 2018, $125 billion will be spent globally on research and development, showing the innovation within this industry. Now, let's talk about automobile market segmentation. So remember that market segmentation is the process of dividing a market into meaningful, relatively similar, and identifiable segments or groups. A great example of this is geographic segmentation, which refers to a segmenting markets by region of a country, of the world, market size, market density, or climate. And automakers understand the specific desires and characteristics of specific customers in different regions of the world. And I thought a great example of this would be the Japanese KE car. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But this is an example of one in the top right. And here's another one. And this refers to a vehicle category for the smallest highway legal passenger cars. So when you go to Japan, you'll see a lot of these small miniature cars. A lot of them are in the box shape too. And they're heavily desired due to the affordable pricing, narrow roads, and tax incentives. I've actually driven in one of these before. It felt extremely dangerous because the car doors are so thin. And they also had those crank up windshields. And it was all because these cars are supposed to be really affordable. And it shows how geographic segmentation works because these would never sell in the United States. Now let's talk about demographic segmentation. So this refers to segmenting markets on the basis of demographic information such as age, gender, income, ethnic background, and family life cycle. And car companies will definitely produce cars for specific age groups, income brackets, and family life cycles. So let's talk about age segmentation. A great example would be Scion, who is a discontinued brand of Toyota that debuted in 2003. They intended to appeal to younger customers, emphasizing inexpensive, stylish, and distinctive sport compact vehicles. So if you look on the top right, this is the Scion XB, which is it's a box car. And then here is the Scion FRS. You can see the sporty influence on it and how it would appeal to a younger audience. And then here's the Scion TC. And this image you see with the goddess was an attempt of a viral marketing advertisement. Coupled with this, they also try to create online stores for shopping to target millennials. So income segmentation, I went ahead and chose Bugatti. I thought Bugatti is a great example of income segmentation because they target the richest of the rich, the 1%. So if you look on the bottom right, this is the Bugatti Chiron, and I want you guys to try guess the price tag on this car. But before you guess, remember that this car is targeted for the 1%. And according to Bugatti's CEO, the average Bugatti owner has 84 cars, 3 jets, and 1 yacht. So I'll give you a few seconds. And this car has a price tag of nearly $3 million. So it clearly demonstrates income segmentation. Now, let's talk about the family life cycle. This refers to a series of stages determined by a combination of age, marital status, and the presence or absence of children. And during these different stages of the family life cycle, resource usage and expenditures widely range between groups, which you can see on the screen, and their needs and wants change. And in the automobile industry, organizations try to take advantage of this by offering vehicles that complement each stage. And their goal is to keep their customers loyal to their brand. So we're gonna show an example with Toyota here. So if you're young and single, you know, the Scion FRS, Scion, which is owned by Toyota, would appeal to you. But maybe you get married and you need a more economic car with a little more space. So you sell your Scion FRS and get a Toyota Camry. You know, this has higher gas mileage, so it might appeal more to a young married couple without kids. And then you get married and you need space for the soccer games, for your children, for their friends. So you get a Toyota, I believe this was Toyota Sienna, which is a minivan. And then your kids graduate and they're in college and you're independent and you're older and you have enough money to get a Lexus, which is the luxury brand of Toyota. And the idea that I really want to get across here is throughout the entire process, the goal is to keep the customer loyal to the brand throughout the family life cycle. So the last one I want to go over is benefit segmentation. So benefit segmentation is the process of grouping customers into markets according to benefits they seek from the product. This is different because it groups potential customers on the basis of their needs and wants rather than characteristics like age or gender. So an example I put was the luxury car market, and this could appeal to customers who want higher end vehicles. And some of the examples I put, like mid-size luxury cars, which could be the BMW 5 Series, or high-end luxury cars could be vehicles like this Maserati or maybe the Aston Martin. And then ultra-luxury cars like this Rolls-Royce Phantom with a $500,000 plus price tag. And another example is off-road vehicles. Ooh, let's go back. Oh, my bad. Off-road vehicles. So this market caters to customers who want vehicles that can be driven off-road and in rugged conditions. This includes light trucks, crossovers, and SUVs. And of course, the most popular amongst this category is the Jeep Wrangler. And then we have the Ford Bronco, which just came out and is intended to compete with the Jeep Wrangler. And then we have the Toyota Tacoma, which is really popular here in Hawaii. Of course, there are a lot more segments and examples in the automobile industry, like family cars, compact cars, but these are two unique examples that I wanted to highlight. Now, with all of these common market segments in mind, I wanted to focus on the super luxury car segment. So what is the super luxury car segment? Well, it's vehicles that cost above $90,000 with high-end luxury features such as comfortable interior seating, comfortable suspension, and powerful powertrain. Super luxury cars have become a status symbol for a lot of the ultra-rich. And according to JTO, a record 28,500 of them were sold in 2016, and a 15.9% increase from 2015. And this was heavily influenced by China. Supercars have become extremely popular there, skyrocketing 54.2% from 2015 to 2016%. And globally, Bentley has the largest market share of 37%. So that is the Bentley EXP12, which is a concept car they're currently advertising. And then Ferrari following with 24%. And Lamborghini coming in third place with 11%. And what's really interesting with super luxury cars is they typically don't do TV advertisements. And this is because it's an extremely niche market, and their customers typically already know about the brand or don't watch TV. Now, a segment in the super luxury car market that I wanted to highlight is the ultra luxury vehicles. Ultra luxury vehicles includes cars costing over $100,000. Furthermore, these cars are custom built, providing passengers with the highest level of comfort and completely customizable options. So I thought a great example of this was Rolls-Royce. This is the Rolls-Royce Phantom. These cars cost from $500,000 to a couple million. And these cars are notorious for being completely custom made. For example, their famous Starlight headliners, which is completely handmade and sewn by their employees, and you have the option of getting customized constellations in your car. And another example, this picture is the Serenity Phantom, which was built and includes hand-sewn cherry blossoms that are made of Chinese silk, and it was inspired by ancient Japanese robes worn by women of prominence. And the silk and cherry blossom design that you see took nearly 6 months to complete. This had a price tag of about $1 million. So ending it all off, I wanted to share my super luxury vehicle positionings. The first one I stated was this car is a status symbol of your success and prestige. Of course, because these vehicles start from $100,000 and can go into the millions, when people see one of these cars driving on the road, they know that the owner is wealthy. So it is a status symbol of your success and prestige. The next positioning statement that I came up with is this is the highest quality as well as the most luxurious car on the market. You know, these cars like to flaunt that they are made by hand, that they take hundreds of hours and are extremely fine-tuned. And the final positioning statement I created was this vehicle is one of a kind. We will customize everything to your liking with an extremely personable experience. I said this because a lot of these ultra luxury vehicles will create one of a kind cars for their clients, especially if they're paying upwards to $1 million per car. For example, in this picture, this is one of the meeting rooms in Bugatti where they'll fly out their potential customers to create their own customized car. And they have like software that can show them what it'll look like, what kind of leathers they want. And companies like Bentley, Ferrari, and Rolls-Royce love to brag about their customization options and handcrafted process. Thank you for joining me. Oh, it's still recording. Well, thank you for joining me for my presentation, and see you guys in class.